Okay, the last tutorial was CFD. We're now going to Radiance. So we save the changes. So in Radiance we want to look at, say, for example, the ground floor. We click on the ground floor, and the viewer and the point that we viewed at is displayed on the plan. At the moment our image quality is set to medium, which is fine. We want to look at the working plane, so illuminance of working plane, and we can look at the settings for working plane, and the pick size is 400, which is fine for what we want to do. The plane height is 850 millimeters off the ground. You can change this if your working plane changes, and the data grid is half meter, so we're going to say OK to that. In the sky eye, we can go in there. Standard CIE overcast sky is set, and it's the 21st of September, which is fine for the simulation, depending on what date you want to look at. So in images, we're going to simulate. Now this could take some time depending on your machine, and it is prone to failing if the installation is done incorrectly. Radiance is the most sensitive of the software packages. So luckily this one is running nice and smoothly for us. The machines in the labs seem to work quite well. So if your one at home is not carrying out this quite efficiently, you can use the ones in the labs. But remember, if you've got a 2013 in the lab, you can't use the 2013 because the labs at the moment for the next few weeks are 2012, version 2, I think, of 2012. Okay. Okay, luckily for me, this has worked quite well. There are kind of a lot of noise in here. You can increase the quality and the size of the image so that it's a better result, but just for this demonstration we'll be using this. So obviously you can see the light spots and the dark areas which are going to have lower lux levels or daylight factors. So if we click on the illuminance tab here, we can use units. At the moment it's set to lux. I'm going to go to daylight factors. On illuminance again, we can set the color of what the outputs will. So one that's different than black and white, which is on the image, I'm going to set on blue so we can see them a little bit better. We may use a different color. So if we hop over here, grid settings, we can turn on the grid reference. So it's set at 1 by 1 meters with an offset of 0. So I'm going to put in an offset of half a meter, so it comes in from the wall in each direction, and show the grid. So there's a lot of information there. So I'm going to change the grid settings to 2 meters apart. Click off and on again, it comes in, so it's easier to read. So you can see in here there are a number of places. I'm going to change the illuminance, close that, illuminance colors to white, so we can see in here 0.1 is poor, 0.2 is what usually the lowest you'd accept in an area, but they're in the corners. That could be improved by increasing the glazing area, but this is just a good example. I'll change the unit colors again to red, so we can see the central of the core of the atrium, and it diminishes across. So window sizing and careful design of solar shading can increase and improve these. That's a quick, simple example of Radiance. Thank you very much.